It's Saturday, April 11th, 2026, and we have some really concerning severe weather to get to. Let's get into it. Starting with tomorrow, we have a slight risk of severe weather that includes Stillwater, Oklahoma City, Altus, Lawton, Enid, and Woodward. Now, still Stillwater, and Woodward. If there's a chance that these storms just don't happen at all, because we're looking at early morning rain showers going into early morning rain showers that will take all the energy away from these storms coming in, meaning that these storms aren't going to have much energy. We could see a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. So it just depends if that sun comes out and gives the storms a whole bunch of energy, or if the rain just gobbles up all of that energy from the storm. Now, if that cap does break, we do have a slight risk hatched chance of severe weather that includes Sayre, Altus, and Lawton. And around that, just a really big 2% risk of tornadoes. That includes Woodward, Enid, Stillwater, Tulsa, Bartlesville, Muskogee, Fort Smith, Oklahoma City, and Lawton. I'll go into Bartlesville. I do not think tomorrow's tornadoes are going to be the main threat. Actually, I believe it's going to be hail. First, we have that 15% chance for damaging winds that includes Alva, Woodward, Fairview, Enid, Stillwater, Oklahoma City, Norman, Chickasha, Lawton, Altus, and Sayre, where we could see winds up to 70, 60 miles an hour. Now, the main threat, like I said, is the hail threat tomorrow, where we have a 50% hatch chance of large hail that includes Alva, Woodward, Fairview, Enid, Sayre, Altus, and Lawton. Now the hatching means that there could be baseball-sized hail or higher. That basically just means significant hail could happen in those areas. But around that, there's still a 50% chance of large hail that includes Enid, Stillwater, Oklahoma City, Norman, Chickasha, and Ardmore. Now, let's get into what we can see for tomorrow. So here we're going to have storms coming into Oklahoma around 9 p.m. They're going to be hitting Elk City. Nothing that crazy, just some heavy rain. But then a whole bunch of storms jump in from Texas. And this is what I'm talking about. The early morning rain showers that probably are going to take a lot of the cap away from, or a lot of the energy away from the storms that we're going to see in the afternoon. Now, they're just going to kind of hang out and just gobble up all of that energy. Now, for some reason, it's refusing to let me see the other models. So we're going to have to just do something real quick and use this model, I suppose. Oh, wow. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely off. Oh, God. What model do I use if that doesn't work? Oh, okay. But if that cap does break, we could see. Oh my God! If that cap does break, we could see supercellular thunderstorms come in. I don't think it's showing up on the models, but after those storms come through and the potential that the cap does break, we're gonna be seeing widespread supercells capable of producing damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes as we go into the afternoon hours. Here's one of them right here, noticeable around 9 p.m. One is going to kind of jump in. That's one of them. Most of them are going to be in the afternoon, though. We'll just see tomorrow and what happens. Next, we're looking at Monday, where we also have a slight risk of severe weather. That includes Oklahoma City, Norman, Chickasha, Lawton, and Altus. This kind of shrinkens a lot from our other slight risk that we have tomorrow. But let's see what we can see. And we're going to see a lot of what we saw yesterday, what we're going to see tomorrow maybe, where we have a supercell. It looks like around 6 p.m. there's going to be a supercell forming to the north of Lawton. And this is one of those storms that are going to be easily capable of producing a tornado. We're going to see our tornado probabilities tomorrow. So obviously we're going to make a video tomorrow because that's some really valuable information. But For now, these storms show a really big chance of a tornado. But also around that, there's little other storms. Don't be fooled by them. They're going to do probably the same thing as this storm. Because look at this. Between the 6 and 7 p.m., this storm is going to go from this little blip near Elk City to this, so that it moves up to Stillwater. I think we're definitely going to have a concern for large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes, with mainly tornadoes and large hail the concern. And then they'll get out of our hairs, and then we have another severe weather to talk about. Next, we have Tuesday, where we have another slight risk of severe weather that includes Altus, Lawton, Oklahoma City, Enid, Stillwater, Tulsa, Bartlesville, Muskogee, going into Fort Smith. Now, this is supposed to be the peak of our severe weather events in this severe weather sequence. So let's see what we can see about this day. So don't get me wrong, things are going to change, but right now this is the RRFSA model. We know that this always overestimates stuff. But it's going to be showing a lot of separate storms producing really big hailers as these go well into central Oklahoma. And they're going to become two separate squall lines happening, one near Stillwater and Bartlesville, and one near Lawton, and one down near Lawton. They're both going to be probably equal in strength, and then they'll fizzle off as we go into well early Wednesday morning. Now we have another severe weather threat Wednesday, so let's get to it. Next is Wednesday, which is our last severe weather threat we need to worry about in the severe weather sequence. But we have a slight risk of severe weather that includes Enid, Stillwater, Oklahoma City, Norman, Altus, Lawton, Bartlesville, Tulsa, and Muskogee, and Fort Smith. So I guess since this is super far away, things are not going to look super enhanced yet. But as we get closer and closer, it will. But let's see what we can see right now. Now, like what I just said, it shows that these little things are just going to be a little bit of cloud cover. These are not. These are probably going to be some strong storms around 7 a.m. on Wednesday. And we're going to have a big explosion near McAllister and Tulsa. And then it'll fizzle off. And then we have another severe weather threat. Well, not another severe weather threat. Just another storm threat early Friday morning. Just not going to be severe. But I would be watching Wednesday. Just as we get closer, we'll see more about it. Now, that is all the information I have for you today. We have a lot of dangerous weather potentially coming. So stay tuned for more weather updates, and bye for now.